Well, we had many discussions with jury members what to choose from out of over 1,300 submissions. Everyone had their own
criteria and
exactly. And the piece that we selected, it represents the values that we were looking for, from story or concept.
Certainly did. We're actually looking for something that can actually make some statement of where the trend of this industry or cultural movement in animation is going. But there were a lot of great pieces, but it was really hard for us to actually come down to one agreement or one or two pieces that we were all happy with. But this was really one of the few projects we were all happy and we really enjoyed and engaged in. And this is called Vision by Boris Labe. And as Mari-Liis told us, it is an amazing piece. It is really basically engaging lots of hand-drawn traditional animation art, also engaging some emerging technology of using some plugins, or what should we call it? Like that computer-generated movement.
Computer-generated movement that creates a sort of surrealistic
experience.
Also includes some like fractal-like
Yeah.
aesthetics.
Yeah, it really gives us something with, brings us to the place where we never ever been before. So it was a quiet experience, and that's why we picked this one out of 1,300 pieces. Yes. Well, we certainly did watch everything, right? And then at first we had to sort out some films or projects that aren't against our criteria, that doesn't meet our interest or what Ars Electronica is looking for. So that was our first layer. That was our first stage, right?
And of course, before discussing these 300 projects, we all went through the pre-selection process.
Did. Yeah.
And I think on the first day, it was sort of finding out the dynamics between the jury members.
Right.
And the things that each of us represents and tastes and
our backgrounds.
It was.
So first day we had a lot of arguments.
Setting a common ground first.
It was a healthy debate, healthy argument to setting up the common ground and all this like knowledges each of us has coming from different background. So of course that all happened in the first day, and then because we had so much of big broad range in medium and how they are executed, we actually try to group them in different categories. That was our second stage, I guess, and then out of all, we started to focus on the most successful pieces of art, and yeah.
But finding this year's winner in a computer animation category wasn't easy, because we needed to redefine what is animation for us.
Right.
There are so many other categories that also now include animation in different ways.
Yeah.
For example, in interactive art. So we had quite many discussions.
We had until the last minute
about what is animation here?
Right.
What does Ars Electronica represent?
Exactly.
And how should animation should be presented in this context? I would say we saw a lot of future imaginary words,
right.
Scenarios, how the future would look like.
Yeah.
But also, I would say the theme of reality and virtuality is still very
hot potato.
Hot potato.
Like a lot of people talk about it. One of the things I was surprised by, though, maybe it's this year's submission, but we didn't get a lot of films that actually deals with the political issues or about natural disaster, for example, like some social issues. So that's one of the things we noticed in topic-wise. But of course, there are like range of and variety of stories and messages, you know, have been given from a lot of artists from the submissions. I mean, personally, one of the films that won award of distinction called Peripheria, I really loved it from the moment I first saw during our jury process. That actually hides technique in a good way because it feels like it does use painterly or traditional painter oil painting look, but what actually it is doing behind it is actually using lots of emerging technology, like or conventional film language, but we don't get to question it because it's so well done. So not only that, but also how it's driving the entire story was very interesting to me because there weren't certain protagonists or main characters. It's this group of dogs, and we are just there to observe what's happening and realizing where we are and really be engaged in the circumstance until towards the end of the film. So that was definitely one of my favorites.
I think we all agreed that that was one of the films that really was complete.
Very complete, yes.
Yes, and like story-wise and aesthetics and technique.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very pleased and satisfied with our Golden Nika winner.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
I think we really agreed on this film. So
Rizome. Yeah.
So I would probably say it was one of my personal favorites.
Nice. Yep. Yeah.
So we can be happy with this
we are
year's
very
Ars
proud of our
Electronica winners.
Yes, we are.
And nominations.
Mm-hmm.